They say you can buy anything with money, but you can't buy dignity or common sense. That was the last thought on my mind when I walked onto that jet. A sleek Gulfstream G650 catching the morning sun on a private Santa Barbara tarmac. I was just another face in black joggers and a faded hoodie, hair pulled back, scrolling my phone, sneakers older than some people's careers. Nothing flashy. Just me. Nadia Holston Thuff. No one said my name yet. I was a ghost in my own story, at least for the first few minutes. Now, let me tell you, nothing prepares you for that brand of hospitality that drips with sugar but stings like vinegar. The lead flight attendant, Catherine, sharp suit, sharper tongue, spots me as I step up. She leans toward the co-pilot, whispers like I'm some last-minute stowaway. I hear her. Do we have a late passenger? Ops didn't clear? He shrugs, gives her nothing, so she takes it up a notch. I barely have a foot inside before Catherine's blocking my path with that practiced professional smile. Excuse me, ma'am. This jet is for a private charter only. I don't even look up from my phone yet. That's how often I get this routine. I know. She draws herself up, voice dipped in that corporate honey. I'm not sure you do. This is Flight 221 to Newark, chartered by Meridian Lux Aviation for a confidential client. Now, I finally slide my phone away and meet her eyes. I'm the client. You ever see a person try not to laugh, but fail? That was her. She asked for my confirmation. Before I can respond, a younger attendant, Tony, mid-20s, all nerves, calls out from the galley. She's on the manifest. Top of the list. That freezes her, but not for long. I walk past her, slow, not smudges, tired, you know? You get used to this moment when people expect you to apologize for just existing. The air gets thick, tight with assumptions. But Catherine, she's not done. She leans in, voice low. Ma'am, do you have identification? Just need to verify. I look up, finally, and ask, is there a reason I'm being asked twice when your colleague confirmed I'm on the list? She shrugs, standard protocol. That's a lie, and we both know it. Tony tries to step in, telling her to let it go. Ground team confirmed, all clear. But she keeps pressing. Just doing my job, she says. This plane's under high security clearance. We don't get people in sweats and hoodies without it raising red flags. I say, so the problem is my clothes? She's flustered. I didn't say that. But she didn't have to. I stand up, eye to eye, 2 inches taller. I didn't think I was anybody. You did. That should have been the end of it, right? But no, she reaches for my arm. Not rough, but definitely not friendly. I pull back, calm but firm. Don't touch me. She mutters, I'm not doing this today. And she slaps me. Open-handed, sharp, not drawn out, just enough to freeze the air. Tony gasps. The older couple in the back drop their papers, and May don't react. I just stand there, palm on my cheek, letting the silence do the work. Tony's the first to recover. She owns the plane, Catherine. She's DR. Nadia Holston, CEO of Vanguard Systems. She's a majority stakeholder in Meridian Lux. This is her jet. The words drop like thunder. Catherine goes pale, mouth open, but nothing comes out. The damage is done. Tony explains PhD, $2 billion net worth, built this from scratch, owns the company. The co-pilot stands in the cockpit door, arms crossed, not saying a word. The older couple try to disappear into their newspapers. I sit back down. Tony leans in, voice low. Do you want to delay the flight, report it? I say no. We're flying. He glances at Catherine. She should be removed. I shake my head. No. Let her stay. He's surprised. You sure? She's going to sit on this flight like she didn't just make the biggest mistake of her career. That's worse than any headline. So we take off. Silence heavy as concrete, pressing on everyone's chest. Catherine's voice cracks during the safety announcement, but no one cares. Tony makes himself busy folding napkins. Older couple whisper about what they just saw. I cross my legs, lean back, close my eyes just thinking. I don't need revenge. I already have patience. 35 minutes in, Catherine finally approaches. Would you like anything to drink? She asks, fake composure in her voice. I look at her long and steady. Do you think I want something from your hands? She flinches. I just thought I should offer. I answer, you thought you could slap me. then bring me sparkling water and think we're square? The silence settles in again. She whispers, I didn't know who you were. I ask, what if I was nobody? What if I didn't have $1 billion company behind me? Let that hang for a moment. You weren't sorry when you thought I was powerless. You're only sorry now that you think you'll lose something. She dropped her eyes. You're right. I know, Tony whispers as she passes. What did you think was going to happen? You know there are cameras everywhere. She blinks. I forgot. Tony just shakes his head. The bruise isn't on my cheek, Anna Maria, it's on her record. And policy, well, that's about to change. Captain Templeton, gray hair, veteran's confidence, pulls me into the back conference room. He says, HQ confirmed everything. Legal's already prepping a response. Catherine will be grounded. I say, that's not enough. I lay out my plan, new equity policy, retraining, company-wide restructuring on bias, and hiring oversight. I was planning to roll it out next quarter. Now we do it today. He nods immediately. Back in the cabin, Catherine's rattled, eyes darting. She comes up, hand clasped. I messed up bad. I judged you. I treated you like you didn't belong. I never questioned why I thought that. I just nod. I appreciate the honesty. Her voice cracks. I know I've lost my job. I asked her name, her story. 6 years here before that, smaller charters, Scottsdale. So you've seen all kinds of people. And still, you saw me and thought I didn't belong. She nods. You didn't just see me. You saw who you expected me to be. She promises, I'll never make that mistake again. I reply, you'll have time to prove that. Tony sidles up, whispers, you're letting her keep the job? I don't look up. No, she's grounded. But if she finishes retraining, owns her mistake, earns her way back maybe. It's about accountability, not vengeance. Seatbelt signs. Captain says, cabin crew, prepare for landing. Catherine straps in, staring at nothing, reflecting. I watch clouds part. The world doesn't change on one flight, but maybe it can start. Landing is smooth. No applause, just tension. On the tarmac, my team's waiting. As I step off, I pause, look back at Catherine. You have a voice. Use your position for more than just assumptions. I don't wait for a reply. Back at headquarters, I walk straight to the boardroom. Effective immediately, Catherine Mallory is off active duty. Realignment program starts now. No spin, no cover-up. We change the culture by facing what we were and who we're becoming. 2 weeks later, Catherine's in retraining. No makeup, no uniform, just a notebook and regrets. She watches a video, real stories, real people talking about bias and fear. The screen fades to me, speaking direct. If you're watching this, you work at a company I now lead. It's not about perfection. It's about accountability. Did you treat someone better today because you saw who they are, not who you expected them to be? Somewhere else, a young black woman boards a jet. The flight attendant greets her by name, offers water, no tension. Change doesn't happen in a day, or a flight, or a slop. It starts when people stop pretending not to see what's right in front of them. If you've ever been misjudged for how you look or where you're from, this story's for you. And if you've done the judging, yeah, it's not too late to change. Treat people right before you know their title. Because real power, it just walks in, sits wherever it wants, and lets silence speak for itself. So, what do you think was justice served? Or is this just the first step? Drop your thoughts below, because we need to talk about who gets to belong and why we still have to ask.